Good morning. Well, it's morning here anyway. Hello, Mr. Payton. Just wave hello. I've got this set up so I can show you how to make biscuits. Now, the first thing you got to do is turn your oven on really high and let it be preheating. So I am going to go and turn mine on like for 70. That should be a good. Now make sure you don't have anything in your oven, as I do right now. Now, I've got 3.5 cups of flour, and I use Hudson cream, self-rising. Make sure you get self-rising. And this is the best. You don't have to sift it or anything. It's just really, I like it. Makes good biscuits. Hudson cream, self-rising. And I have my 3.5 cups of flour in here, and I sprinkled some on my table because this is where I'm going to be rolling out my biscuits. And so you need a little bit extra flour, keep it from sticking to the table. Okay, now you make sure this is clean, of course, and I know you'll do that. Then you're going to have some lard, and you can get any kind you want, but you don't have to use lard. You can use Crisco, but I actually like lard. It does, it just seems to do a much better job. And I use about what old people call a hen egg's worth of lard, and that's not quite enough, but just a little bit more on here. Can you tell about what that is? It's just about a hen egg, and you just put that in your with your flour, and then you've got to have buttermilk, and I don't use light. I use 100% real milk, and it's cultured whole buttermilk. It just makes a better biscuit, okay? And so we've got that in, and you're going to be using some water also. So but shake your buttermilk up so you get all the goodies in there, and pour you a puddle down, make you a little well in your flour, drop your lard in, and then pour you some buttermilk in there. And that looks to me like about 1/4 of a cup. Would go a little bit better than 1/4 of a cup. Probably, let's go 1/2 of a cup. And that way we'll have plenty. And then you get the fun part. Your hands have got to go in. And so you reach down in there and you find your lard, and you begin to squeeze it in with the flour. And you see how I'm squeezing that? I'm just squeezing squeezing it and mixing it in the buttermilk and into the flour. And I just keep pushing it through my fingers. And here we go. Now, I'm going to need a little bit of water in here because it's getting up thick. Just hold on a minute. Put my water. Okay, got me some water mixed in there. And some people put like a little bit of sugar. If you like less of that buttermilk flavor, you can put your little, maybe like a teaspoon or a tablespoon or maybe 2 tablespoons of sugar. And you see how I'm squeezing on that and squeezing on that and squeezing on that and just pushing it through. And I'm feeling the lard. It's coming to little tiny balls now, and I'm just squeezing it on because I want my lard mixed in with my flour. And you just keep on. You see? Can you see that it's mixing up? Getting all mixed in there. Now, it seems to be getting a little bit too thick, and so I'm just going to put a little bit more water. See how it looks right now? It's not exactly enough water, so before I finish this, I'll probably have about a cup of water in with my buttermilk. And here we go. We're getting mixed in good. You see how it's doing, coming between my fingers. And it's getting drier and drier, kind of like Play-Doh. It's going to be like Play-Doh here in a little while. Now, it's dry on the bottom, so you got to sort of reach down in there and pull it over so you can get it dry on the top too. And I'm going to put just a tad more of buttermilk. And I shut my lid on it. I shouldn't have done that, but I did. And I just pour a little bit around the edges. And back over. And because I want to use all my flour up. And you just have to keep mixing it until your flour gets incorporated with your buttermilk and water. And it gets it'll get like a dough. Make a dough. And you can see that it's getting there. It's getting drier. You see? Now I'm about to use up all of my flour. And I just turn it over in the bowl so it can mix with my flour. Get all mixed in there. Yeah, it's coming together. You see how it comes together? And now I've got, here's what you do with you get your dough that's stuck to your fingers. You can just take hold of that and just do it just like that to get it loose. Now you've got, because you don't want to waste that good stuff. And see, it's just sticking right into my hands. Okay, here we go. We've got all kinds of flour. Now, I'll just flip this over onto my flour, and you can see that it is all mixing up good and making a nice dough. And see, you just, now if you want to be fancy, which I'm not, but you can turn this over like this and turn it again like this and turn it like this and turn it like this, and it will make your biscuit, when you open it up, it'll make your biscuit have little places where it'll come open. I hope you can see this. I may need to get down here a little bit. Okay, can you see? I want you to see how it's probably a little bit over an inch thick, patted out. And then you take your biscuit cutter if you want, or you can just pinch you some dough off and make you a little get some flour on your cutter, because it will stick to your raw parts of your dough. And here's what your biscuit looks like. Isn't that pretty? Yes, just pretty as it can be. Now, you can pat it out if you don't want it so thick. I don't really like too thick a biscuit. And my pan here, I forgot to grease my pan. You do need a little, not much. If you're using a cast iron skillet, you can even just put flour in it. But I'm gonna put a little bit of grease, lard, on the bottom of this, just to keep it from my biscuits from sticking, and to give them a little bit of a crust. And you see, no biggie, not much, you can't hardly even see it. And put your biscuit in here, and let me show you, just like that. And so I'm gonna set my pan over here, but I'm gonna cut out some more, put them back in that flour. And there's another one. And here we go again, another biscuit. And another one. You keep putting your cutter, your biscuit cutter, back in the flour so it won't. There you go. And you don't really want to work these biscuits this dough too much, or it'll get tough. You don't want tough biscuits. You want nice, flaky. You see how that's going to open? It will open up when you get ready to eat it. Here's another one. And one more. Now, that's the last of all the biscuits that I had in that dough, but there's a whole bunch more of dough. Come in here and say hello to Peyton. Mac is laughing at me for making a video. He's right here. Stick your head down there and say hello.
Hi, Peyton.
Huh?
Is he on there?
No. I'm going to send him a video. Okay, so I'm getting like 2 or 3 more biscuits out of this dough. Just turn it around and just 1 more. And I've got enough for a tiny one. This is for the baby of the family. That would probably be Jennifer. No, we'll make that for Emily. How about that? Okay, now here they are. You see? Now, what do we do next? Well, I usually squirt a little bit of like vegetable spray on mine, not much. Just a minute, let me get this off of my hands. Here's how you clean your hands. You put the leftover flour on your hands, get over the bowl, the empty bowl, and just rub like that, and the flour comes off of your hands. Look at that. It just rolls right off. And then you can finish up it. And my oven's heated now, but it's good to let your biscuits sit just a little while before you put them in the oven. They've got that self-rise in them. When that hot heat hits them, they will love that. And they'll just grow and make such good bread. And here, let me dust my hands off. Now see, I'm almost clean. Won't take much to wash, but I'm gonna get my spray just a minute and spray my biscuits. And here we go. And I'll do it so you can see. Make sure we get the baby one for Emily. Okay. So we've got them ready to go into the oven. And it probably take them about 20 minutes. You just have to keep an eye on them. And my oven's at 475. Got to be a hot oven or they won't rise up and be tender. So I hope you learned something. Let's put them in the oven. Now, when they come out, you send me a picture of yours and tell me how they did. And if you've got any questions that I can answer, I'm not an expert, and there's a lot of people that makes much better bread than I do. And I've been doing this a long, long time. But I enjoy it, and I love that you want to learn. So, God bless you. I'll talk with you later. God bless.